statistical class. Today we'll learn what we mean by data and the origin of the data and different sources of data, especially primary data and secondary data. Now we'll discuss in detail one by one slides in detail. So first we'll see what are data. So here data are facts. It is usually raw numbers. So it is all factual information, maybe measurements of or statistics. So it is used for reasoning purpose, discussion purpose, or calculation. Then how this data can be obtained? Now here data can be obtained or data created by government census. So we know that government conducting census once in 10 years, and different organizations they would going to conduct surveys with regarding their prospects and other things, etc. And research studies. There are also certain research studies also taking place where it is very important for the academic and other things. Even companies, corporates also they are going to take research. So the origin of the or history of the data. In 1640s, the plural form of data is derived from the Latin word datum. So it is a Latin word of datum. So things given, or we can say that one in to give also we can say it. It is to give. So when you say in the computer language, that is transmittable or storable computer information. So it is recorded in 1942 and later on the data processing is from 1954. So what is that data? So data is a datum of single form. So single form of data, what it means? It means a piece of information, a fact, a statistic, or a code, an item of a data is called as a datum. It is a single piece of information. What about the data? It is called as a plural form of the data. Okay, data. So here multiple pieces of information. You must remember that data is not single. It is a plural form which is having multiple pieces, not a single one. A series of observation here we can say it is a measurements or in facts or information. So this is called as a data means. So what is a statistical data? So since we are studying the statistics, we must know what is meaning of statistical data. A sequence of observations. Not one, it is a sequence. So it is made a set of objects that is included in the sample that is drawn from the population. What it is sample? It is a representative. It is a set of observation from the population. So known as statistical data. So in data again there is a ungrouped data and the grouped data also they are divided. So what is the ungrouped data? The data which have been arranged in a systematic order. This is in systematic order called as a ungrouped data or ungrouped, called raw data or ungrouped data. What is a grouped data means? So grouped data represented in the form of frequency. What is the frequency? The number of times a given observation is repeated. So it's called as a grouped data. So here it is represented in a sequence form in a frequency distribution called as a grouped data. So then how are we going to collect the data? The collection of data. The first step in any enquiry investigation is a collection of data. So it may be collected for the whole population like census, or it may be collected a part representative population, that is a sample survey. So it is mostly collected on a sample basis. So collecting data is very difficult job. So here what the enumerator would do, enumerator or investigator is a well-trained individual who collects the statistical data. The respondent or the person from whom the information is collected. So here is three important people you can say, that is enumerator, that is a person who is going to collect the data, and again respondent is a person ultimately who gives the that is the information, and again investigator. The investigator is a person who would actually plan a preparation of the questionnaire, whatever the things. So these three are very important. Investigator giving the training to the enumerator, a well trained, and enumerator would go and collect the information from the respondent. So this is how the data collection are taken place. So what are the types of data? So here different types of data we can see, that is the primary data and the secondary data. So what is the primary data means? So primary data is the data which are the first hand information which is collected and compiled and published by organizations for some reason, for some purpose. So they are most original data in character and have not undergone any sort of statistical treatment. We must know that when there is nothing, it is just unprocessed. The data is not gone any statistical treatment. The best example for the primary data is population census. Of course, there are other sources also there. Then sources of primary data. So the source of primary data are basic experimental units, individuals and households. So these are the sources of primary data. Then what is main methods that are being used to collect these primary sources of primary data? That is direct personal investigation. So here what you're going to do is that a researcher conduct the experiment or the survey to collect the data. So it is purely accurate and it is purely reliable. So the collection of primary data is feasible only in case of small scale laboratory. So when it is a small interval, so then this kind of direct personal or personal investigation is very much important, very useful and very easy. Field experiments or pilot survey or some of the example which we can see in this one. So and apart of that, one demerits that we can see in the for direct personal investigation is that is here it is not practicable. Practicable it is very difficult for large scale experiments and surveys because it takes too much of time and also cost. So in that case, this personal investigation is not that much improved. So another one, so that is through investigators. So here the trained experienced investigators. So a person who is a very experienced, so trained and experienced investigator are employed to collect required data. So in case of survey, they conduct the individuals, okay, contact the individuals and fill in the questionnaires. So after asking the required information. So this method of collecting primary data is very much important. So it is usually employed by most of the organization and it gives reasonably accurate information. So, but important thing is that the questionnaire is an inquiry form having number of questions that is designed to obtain information from the respondent. So through investigator. So here is a proper questionnaire being framed, and through that, okay, ultimately the enumerator would visit and collect the information from the respondent. So another one, through questionnaire. So the required information data. So the questionnaire, the required information data is obtained by sending questionnaire. So printed, or it may be a soft form. It is two form, printed or soft form, for the selected individual, not for all. So it may be respondents directly face to face they are asking, or it may be they're sending through mail, who fill in the questionnaire, and it is, okay, returned to the investigator. So this method is very cheaper as compared to through investigator method. So the important drawbacks. So here non-respond rate is very high in the through questionnaire method. So the thing is that the respondent don't bother to fill in the questionnaire, and it is sent to the, okay, investigator. So if it is a mail questionnaire, we can say, so respondent is not ready to fill it and send. So maybe it is a direct question face to face they are asking, maybe sometimes people will not willing to answer. So that is one drawback. So through local sources. So here the local representative, or it may be a agents, are asked to send requisite information. So those people provide the information based upon their own experience. So their experience they are sending. So this is one source of collecting primary data. So this method is very quick, but it gives a rough estimate. It's not generalized. It gives only a rough estimate. So another one, that is through telephone. The information also may be obtained by contacting the individuals on telephones. As we know that one, nowadays it is information, okay, as the media is developed, that is more advanced, okay, techniques are there. So this is one method where we can adopt. So it is very quick and provide a accurate required information as calling direct to the respondents. So this is again one famous. Other one, through internet. So as you know that one, so with the introduction of information technology, so the people may conduct so through internet, and the individuals also may be asked to provide the pertinent information which we are willing to get. So in this, we can say the Google survey. So nowadays we can say it is a widely used as online method for data collection nowadays. So this is one very much developer. So there are many paid online surveys too that are working at present. So this is where also we can collect the information. We'll see another important one, that is the secondary sources. So we so far discussed what is that different methods of information that is collecting in the primary sources. Now we'll see secondary data. So secondary data is a second hand information which is already collected by an organization for some purpose, and it is available for present study. So second data are pure in character and have it is not pure in character. It is already undergone some treatment at least once. It is not in pure in character. So that is why it is called as the secondary data. So primary data is a first hand information, first time being used. It's not gone any treatment, but in secondary data, which is already at least once it's gone, okay, treatment. So that is on all information called as the secondary data. So what are the sources? So here is the two important sources, that is the published sources and unpublished sources of information. Now we'll see one by one, that is a published source of secondary data. So published sources, here is a various governmental, international and local published statistical data, that is the agencies, okay, on, and that is very important. So some among what are the important one, we discuss something. So that is international publications. So international publications, we can say that is like IMF, IBID and the United Nations Organization. So these are the international agencies and international bodies which publish regular and occasional reports on economic and statistical matters. So this is an international organization publications. Another one, the official publication of central and state governments. So what are that? So Department of Unions and state governments. So they are, once again, they publish regular reports in number of objects. So they may be, so that is the Reserve Bank of India bulletins, Census of India, statistical abstract of states, and again Indian trade and journals. So these are certain official publications. Then again semi-official publications, another one. So semi-official publications like municipal corporations, district boards, panchayats. So these are published reports on occasions, once again. So this is, and again, published sources. Publication of research institutions. So Indian Statistical Institutions, ISI. So, and again agricultural research, Indian Council of Agricultural Research. Then again Indian Agricultural Statistical Research Institute, that is IASRI. So these are the things, once again, they publish in their sources, maybe academical, semi, that is regarding quarterly, half yearly, yearly reports. So publication of commercial and financial institutions. So another one, commercial and financial institutions also, they occasionally they publish. So then again reports of various committees of the government and commissions that are appointed by the government. So it may be pay commission reports, taxation commission, reforms committee reports, or certain secondary sources. And finally we'll see journals and newspapers. So there is a current and important materials on statistics and social economic problems can be obtained from different journals and different newspapers like Economic Times, Commerce, Capital, Indian Finance, monthly statistics of trade and other things. So this we can get through newspapers and journals. And finally we'll see that is, okay, internet. Through internet also we're going to get different informations. So that is a published sources. And finally we'll see unpublished sources. So here is unpublished sources, but still it is a secondary sources. So that is records that are maintained by the government offices, so municipal offices, etc. And again records maintained by research institution, which you already discussed, different research institution which is unpublished but they kept as a record, and the research scholars. So these are certain unpublished sources. Thank you for watching my video, and subscribe for more videos, and this subscription encourage me to do much better videos with your comments. Thank you all.